Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you the final match in Group A of the Asian Championships for BSL. Sorry, I'm still just a little bit, excuse me, under the weather. Thank you again to everyone who was patient while I had to stop uploading for a little bit there while I had COVID. All better now. It's a little bit of a cough, a little bit of leftovers. But yeah, you know, I've been having, well, an interesting time so far. You know, I've mentioned that the Asian scene, the Chinese scene specifically, I find really interesting because they play so differently, right? Now, so far Group A has been somewhat one-sided. I guess Janhun against Jedi was pretty decent. But like, for instance, So-So was just cheesing as hard as you ever could and just seemed a bit outclassed and stuff. I'm hoping this last match is pretty solid, right? So we have Jedi, who's a very popular Chinese Zerg, probably the favorite here, had a decent match against Janhun, who is certainly one of the strongest Chinese players, along with Mihu and some others. And then we have Nada down here, who actually, I think he played pretty solid overall. I mean, he was getting cheesed really hard in that last series, and stuff can go really wrong, and you can look like you're below your level because you're like running into crazy stuff and everything's on fire and you're just trying to stay alive. But I think he played pretty solidly. So I'm hoping that we have a solid showing here. Our map is Overwatch, a two-player map, a really nice map as well. And I've seen a lot of cool PVZs here, hoping that we get one. I hope that we have a nice little macro game here. Well, either way, guys, before it really picks up, please do hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the notification bell as well. You know, ArtosisCasts went for like a year and a half without missing any uploads. Obviously, as I mentioned, I had to get COVID and missed a little over a week there. Sorry about that once again. But we are back, and, you know, obviously, unless something terrible happens, not going to be missing any uploads. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone who does subscribe and checks out these videos. Thank you very much. All right. So, as you can see, I'm kind of clicking frantically, looking for something here to talk about. But it's, I mean, this is just standard openers, right? Forge Fast expansion. It's a two-player map, so it's not like he's going to get rushed down or anything. It's very easy to scout your opponent and figure out the timings that you need, everything. Looks like a macro opening from Jedi. Here comes his third drone for the third hatchery up here at that third base location. You know, I think this is a good location to end up taking, a little bit more defendable than this space that we sometimes see taken on Overwatch. He's got his gas going. So right now the Ling just chased down the probe. And now we have to wait and see, you know, can Nada keep this probe alive? And will Jedi go directly into lair? You know, generally if the probe is kept alive, you just go into lair because, well, if you try to go into like just Hydralisk Den, obviously your opponent is not going to die to that because the probe sees it. So a gateway on the way. This is a funny building placement. So there's a hole here that he's going to need Zealot in, and then this is 2 Zealots wide. Obviously, he could have put it up more, but that's going to... He's going to have to kill his own buildings to get Dragoons out later. So this is... I mean, I'm not an expert on Protoss walls, but it looks funny. And I guess we'll just see how it goes. So he did see the layer start. So that should put his mind at ease a little bit. Nada going to wing around towards that third base, just make sure that the hatchery's there. Overlord diving into the main, sees no gas yet, but knows that's coming right away. No gas mining, rather. So far, so good. I mean, nothing too crazy and cheesy like in that last series. Nada gets his gas mining. Cybernetics Core is on the way. So just kind of pushing out. Some additional scouting to be done. And Zergling speed coming up. Okay, kind of cool. You know, normally when we see Zergling speed, it does point towards... Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but it does point towards seeing Aspire and actual Mutalisk play, right? Because you want to have a little bit of support on the ground. You're going to have those extra minerals. It's a very gas-intensive build to go into Mutas. And you do need a little bit of extra muscle there to help deal with Zealots that walk out and things like that. Oh, I didn't know there's a hole here, too. Okay, the more I look at this wall, the worse it seems. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I guess. Like, you can block this reasonably well with probes if you pull them, if they don't screw up. But yeah, man, 4 Zealots to hold a wall does not look super hot. The thing is, Overwatch is, well, it's actually still used in tournaments a reasonable amount, but it's not as popular. Like, a year ago we saw it a lot more, and 2 years ago we saw it a lot. It's kind of been phasing out a little bit. Just for whatever reason, it's just not as popular. You know, maps rotate, except for Eclipse. Eclipse is forever, unfortunately. But maybe he just kind of didn't have a wall prepped for it. That can happen too. You know, as someone who also plays in tournaments from time to time, sometimes there will be a map that I'm not really prepped for, and my building placement will go down and be like, oh, that's ugly. That's not that's not the wall I wanted. That's not the SimCity I was looking for. All right, Stargate with the Corsairs coming. Citadel almost done here. Looks like we're going to get some gateway ads as well. Taking a look, we have additional hatchery, and there's the gas, the second gas before that Hydralis Den. I really do think we're going to end up seeing some mutas here, but we don't see them yet. So maybe not. Couple Scourge come out. Generally, you want to push back the first Corsair. Yep, there's the Carapace. Okay, so Flyer Carapace is coming. And this is the way that people go mutas nowadays, is you go Scourge first, it forces Corsairs home, and then you go muta. That's what I've seen a lot of. We'll see if this works out for him. Okay, 2 Scourge out. Can he catch it? If you catch that, it is so big. Oh, that was a bad turn right there. You actually have to micro the Scourge really heavily here. Now, they are just slightly faster, so sometimes you can catch it. And look at this. He's coming in for the flank. And he's going to get it. Beautiful catch right there from Jedi. Beautiful catch. Now, let's see. Yeah, third gas, 100% mutas are coming. Let's see it. Get those mutas. Lots of drones being made, though. My God, very, very greedy. Oh, he got the Sanctum Corsair. Are you kidding me? Jedi's going to win this game. He's just going to make a bunch of mutas and go win. Like, you can Ogre Zerg Gamer from here easily. If you lose at the pro level, if you lose that first Corsair, I see Zergs get really far ahead from that quite often with Mutaliscope openers. But killing 2, that's fantastic. And look at the drone count. 41 drones, 3 gases. That's insane. I'm getting chills here from Jedi. Jedi looking really strong. Nada's going to have a hard time, I think. Now, there's a couple of speed odds. He actually doesn't have +1 yet. So just slightly mistimed on that. Unfortunately, they would have traded much, much better. It's not the end of the world, but obviously not the way you want it to go. Excuse me. Now, quite a few mutas being made, quite a few Scourge as well. What you're going to want to do here... Oh, God, I think he's just going to end the game. Like, how many mutas do we have? Okay, hold on. There's 6. And then 4 Scourge. Oh, is that it? I thought he was going to have a bit more than that. If you go for a full group here, you can literally just click on a cannon and keep the Scourge in front to keep Corsairs away. Like, 6 can kill the cannon, but like if he had more, he would just wreck everything. Okay, he's going to go after probes, which, I mean, it works. You can kind of do whatever. And here come the Scourge now. Oh, God. Oh, God. Kills 2 more Corsairs. Dude, Jedi is so far. I think he kills another Corsair. Are you kidding me? Look at this. 51 drones to 44 probes. He's got map control. He's got so many hatches. Starting to get Hydralisk upgrades at this point as well. Look at that. Hydralisk speed, +1 range. Was completely safe against that DT that we saw slip by. 6 hatches are out. Dude, domination is what we're looking at here from Jedi. Very, very strong play. This, like, I'm going to be honest, this looks hopeless for Nada. Like, I don't think he has enough units, and here's a really sad part. He's seen enough mutas, and they've done enough that he feels like he needs an Archon, and I'm not even against this. I think he might need the Archon. But Archons become really useless against 6-hatch Hydra. Like, it's just going to pop. So, like, oh, God. Okay, well, the Archon comes up and actually gets some insane hits right there. And then Jedi going to out-micro. Ooh! Ah! So much damage. Kills the Archon, though, and that's going to keep everything else back for a bit. A couple Corsairs still don't want to fight those mutas quite yet. Going up to a full 8 gates at this point. +1 armor almost done. Plenty of pylons being added on. Looks like Jedi getting ready for another couple bases. Already has this one almost finishing. Top right corner going to be taken as well. And his mutas don't actually matter that much anymore. 7 more pairs of Scourge only. That's... that's a lot of Scourge. Many more than I thought we'd see. I think what we're going to see here now is the move I was talking about before, where he dives on a cannon and just uses Scourge to keep everything back. That can be a very, very strong move here. It's only 1 cannon. And 3 Corsairs have no chance against the amount of Scourge coming in here right now. Well, I guess if you just fly him like that, it's a little bit better, but a lot more Scourge coming in now. Okay, we're down to 35 probes. Not much of an army here for Neda. Kills off all the Corsairs. A lot of Dragoons being made. But the macro of Jedi is... Look at this, 69 drones. Nice. And he's actually still making mutas, which I feel like he's clowning on him now, but I guess okay. I mean, it's mostly Zealots he's against, so actually this works just fine. Like, you need splash damage to deal with mutas. Dragoons don't do it. So we also have 3 evolution chambers going right now for Jedi. Dude, Jedi really showing some strong play here. You can see why he's one of the more popular players in China. All right, a couple more hatches going down. So what are we up? That's 9, 10 hatch. 10 hatch Zerg. All right. That's some macro right there. Up in supply against Protoss. 75 drones. What is this, StarCraft 2? Oh my god. That's insane. Really, it's time for him to just make ground units. Like, I suppose you can just make mutas forever here and hope that Splash doesn't hit them. We'll see. Well, a lot of damage being dealt. Pulls back. Neda feeling like it's time to do something here. Sending out a decent group of Zealots. I mean, his army doesn't look bad until you look at the mini-map and how much... Look at this. Like, this is a Zerg map right now. Jedi, I feel like he's just going to win at any second. Like, eventually Neda's going to look at this and be like, okay, I can't do anything. All right, here come the mutas. Scourge absolutely useless here. Starting to pick off quite a few Dragoons. Now, there's a Storm. It doesn't really connect the way he needs it. He's picking off so much. Another base being taken. I mean, at this point, there's only a few left in the center. All right, a lot of Lings being made. Adrenal upgrade. Oh, God, he even has Hive now. Or Sunks and Spores coming up. I mean, this is just... The finishing blow has to be coming. We're starting to see Lings just come right down through the mini-map. A few mutas fly to their death here. Adrenal not quite done, and 1-1 not quite done for these Lings. Maybe not the best attack timing, but really it does not matter. And with Lings coming up to this base as well, honestly, I think Neda's just going to GG it. You know, at a position like this where you can't even get a third base up, you can't leave your base, your probes have been killed. That's it, GG. Jedi Rex in game number 1.